Hey everyone, it's Music here. This is a face reveal. It would be a very sad announcement for me to make. At the time I'm recording this, it's a day before we're doing what we have to. And I promise you guys, it is one of the hardest things that I have to do. So let me get into this. My dog, Daisy, is 18 years old. She has been with me since about August 1st, 2003. Yep, you heard this right. 2003. I think it was 2003 or yeah, it had to be 2003. Because I think it was like 2003 or 2004 when we first got Daisy. I was actually 2 when we got her, so it was 2004. August 1st, we had been going out to my dad's work because at the time, cell phones weren't really big. Not everyone had a cell phone. I think that back then they were not really portable. So the way you called someone was by, payphone and that kind of thing. And so we'd gone to my dad's work to go pick him up from work, and it was me, my sibling, and I in the car, and my mom left the door open while we went in to go get my dad because we were going to be back shortly. And at the time, you didn't have to worry about your car being stolen. It was in the early 2000s. And we left her door open. And it had been 2 years since Snuffy had passed. Snuffy was a dog we had before then. He was my dad's dog. He was the dog my dad had when his dad died. I think either it was during or after when his dad died that he had Snuffy, and he had just recently passed away, so my dad, that man, loved that dog. So obviously, they were looking for a new dog, and they hadn't found one yet. And it had been 2 years, and they hadn't found the perfect dog. My parents, when we got back, there was this 2-year-old, 3-year-old lab that we thought was just a lab, black lab in our car. I had set my water down in there because I'd gone and got some water, went back to my mom because, I had to stay with my mom. I was like a 2-year-old. And right then, there was my dog. She was sitting in my seat, drinking water. She was very malnourished. And she was tired. When she saw us, she was really happy. She was panting, she had a time at that moment. She didn't know when her next meal was going to be. And, so my parents couldn't get her out of the car, and we thought it was a sign that this dog was meant to be ours. And so we took her in. We took her to the vet. The doctor said that she had recently had puppies. She was about 2-3 years old, and she was, she had no chip, she had no collar, no nothing. So we decided we would adopt her. In the years that would follow, Daisy became my best friend. She was such a happy dog, and whenever we let her in for our dog Scamp, she would go up the stairs. She was a very slow dog. She wasn't as fast-paced as our dog Scamp was. Scamp was a rambunctious little buddy. But I couldn't have had much of a bond with Scamp because he would knock me down, and I was a very young child being knocked down by a big dog, very scared at that point. And Daisy, I would sit on the floor, and Daisy would come sit by me. She would come lick my face, and that's what she'd do. She would sit with me and my mom. She'd lick us, she'd kiss us, and she'd give love. Come 2014, my dog Scamp had gotten really ill. My dog Daisy was the one who alerted us. So I had gone out, and Daisy was like, she kept showing us, and I said, "Where's Scamp?" And she went, she wasn't speaking about that. Like, dogs, they bark. She didn't bark, she didn't do anything, and I got my parents. We come outside. Scamp is under the porch, not doing well. And she alerted us, and that first night being alone, she barked until we let her in, and that night forward, she became an indoor dog. Scamp, that next day, Scamp had to be put down, and he passed away. We were told he had cancer. Before then, we were told that he was okay, it was just his vital cords had broken his back legs, that can be recovered, the dog will recover. And mind you, he was only 12. But now we got told he had cancer and he had to be put down. And so I hugged Daisy and I cried. And so years went on. Daisy would want to come with me wherever I went. She loved riding in the car. She loved sitting in the front seat with me. She would, I did little things, so I called her my Twinkie. Called her a taco, or not a taco, a burrito, because I wrap her up in her blanket, and she would sit on her bed with me. She'd lay and sleep with. I remember one time my parents' cover was on the bed. It was not on the bed, it was on the floor, and I had gone with Daisy. I snuggled up with Daisy, and Daisy and I fell asleep by each other, and when I woke up, she was still there. Sometimes I would be asleep with her, I'd wake up and she'd be gone. She was a very funny dog who really never missed a meal. If we had food and she knew we had food and she was hungry, she would beg us for food and such. Earlier this week, it was Monday, I was going in 10 minutes, 20 minutes before, it was 10 minutes before I was about to drive to go to get to my work, which I always go there early because I have to, and I felt bad. The last time I was about an hour or two late because I didn't know I was working. But, long story short, my dog, Daisy, fell. Or something, we don't know, but my mom looked outside and she's like, she's limping. And so I went outside with her and I was trying to figure out what can I do. I didn't know how to pick her up at that point. I was just trying to get her to go towards the yard or go towards the stairs so we can get her upstairs, and we did so. And I thought, okay, this is like a normal limp. She's had this before. She's gonna recover. She'll be fine. Tuesday, she was still limping, and it had gotten bad. It was still really bad. My mom and dad had to pick her up the other night, Monday night, and take her outside, put her on the leash, and I do that, but then I started just letting her be free because she really is a dog who's a fighter and likes to be independent. Wednesday, she was still limping, and I had called my mom on her phone because I did not want to go upstairs at the moment because I was trying to keep an eye on Daisy and finish up my schoolwork, and I called her. to do a little interview over the phone. And I told her Daisy is, asleep on the carpet. And I asked her, Mom, are we gonna put her down this Friday? We're gonna put her down this week. And she said, and she paused. Immediately my heart sank. I knew what that pause meant. And after that pause, she said yes. I said, is it gonna be Friday? And she said yes. I did not want you to find out this way. So sorry. Come up here. And she asked me to come upstairs, where I promptly had a breakdown. I was hyperventilating. I was sobbing. I was crying. Then today is Thursday. Daisy's limp was still here. The other night she had vomited because she drank too much water. This morning we ended up finally being able to give her a prednisone and an Advil to make sure she's comfortable. We've been trying to give her Advil, trying to help her not be in pain. She threw up again tonight, but she ate. And my mom and I have been crying. I have been crying a lot recently. I think I broke down Monday in front of my general manager, and I begged her to go back on part-time. I cannot be a full-time employee. And I told her, I have a dog. This dog means the world to me. And it pains me to say she's gonna be gone tomorrow. Sorry. Give me a second. This dog was my best friend. Still is always gonna be my best friend. I'm gonna be holding her paw tomorrow as we put her down. She's always gonna be happy. She's always gonna be Twinkie. She's always gonna be Pupperton the third. I say third, so I would say Pupperton the third, as a really weird way. My dad will say Pupperton the 800 million, and I'd say Pupperton the third, because that's what she is to me. She's always gonna be a part of my graduating class. She graduated with me for a reason. She's always gonna be my loving dog that I've always loved. She's always gonna be my first dog. My first dog that I consider my own. She's always gonna be my best friend. And you guys don't know how much it's gonna hurt tomorrow. To put my best friend down. My best friend is always gonna be in my heart. She's gonna cross. She's gonna cross that rainbow bridge. The rainbow road, bridge, whatever it's called. And she's gonna meet up with Scamp. And she's gonna wait for me. She's gonna wait for me to arrive and be there with her. So I can pet her. I can pick her up again, even though she hates being picked up. Because whenever we pick her up, her tail would go in like a little helicopter motion, her feet would start, she started running in the air, and it was really funny. She's gonna wait for me so I can just kiss her and love on her and hug her. She's gonna be reunited with Scamp tomorrow. She's gonna wait by the pearly gates for me to arrive. and know how much I loved her. I know that she is never going to be replaced. She is irreplaceable. Because her and I had such a strong bond. Her and I loved each other dearly. And her and I are always going to be best friends. I don't know if you can tell by these pictures. They like to be hugged. You can't even tell because the birthday picture's covering it. But Daisy had a best friend, a cat named Sugar. She's in the bottom picture. Daisy liked to be held and hugged because she would pant in my arms and she'd love on me. She was a happy dog. And she fought so she could stay by me. So she could stay by my side and love me. Daisy, you're always going to be a good girl in my eyes. You're always going to be my best friend. And I'm sad I'm going to have to let my best friend go. But if it means that my best friend is not hurting anymore, then that is a good thing. Because I don't want you hurting. I knew it was coming for a while. I just wish you could have been there for graduation. Just know that you've graduated with me. You graduated. In my heart, you've graduated with my class of 2020. And you're a graduate of 2020. You slept in every class and made me laugh all the time. You would get in anyone's way when you could. Because you wanted to be petted or loved on. And you always knew at the end of the night you had someone you could trust. And I want to thank you for trusting me even when you went blind. Even when you went deaf. When you went deaf, you trusted me. When you went blind, you trusted me because you knew whose hand was whose. And you know that if it wasn't my hand, you knew you couldn't trust them because it wasn't me. So thank you, Daisy. I love you with all my heart. I'm gonna miss you, baby. This is gonna be a hard goodbye. I'm not gonna be ready. But I want you to know that I'm here for you, baby. I'll be praying for your safe arrival tomorrow. I'll be praying that you're okay. And just know, I pray that you know I love you with all my heart. And I will hug you tomorrow. So you go off with a hug. I love you, Daisy. You will always be a good girl and my best friend.